Now to tonight's special report, spike strips and pits.
And for that, we have to check in with our chase expert, Stu Mundel, live in Sky 2. Take it away, Stu.
Well, boom, we got to do a story about pursuits out here in the Los Angeles area, and I got to work with some great people, an awesomely talented producer and an editor that made this story just look magnificent. But more importantly, we got to talk to some very, very highly trained law enforcement personnel.
Whether they're high speed,
120 miles an hour,
slow speed,
And back into gear, and here we go.
or no speed.
Open arms, LAPD, come and get me.
Pursuits, unfortunately, have become so much of a staple in Southern California that at times it feels like we have one every day.
Yeah, look at that. Whoa!
As a viewer, you've heard terms like Code 3 or pit maneuver.
They might do a pit, here we go, pit.
But what does it all mean?
Whoa!
And how much do you really know about what you're seeing and hearing?
California Highway Patrol right behind this guy. Up here, we get a front row seat to all these dangerous and crazy chases. And we also get to listen into law enforcement, and we hear about a lot of their strategies. Most viewers never get to hear any of that stuff until now.
I met up with LAPD officer Alex Penrith to talk about pursuits and what goes on inside an officer's mind when they're in the middle of a chase.
When there is a pursuit on, and especially in the Los Angeles area, it's almost an event lately. What is the fascination with a pursuit?
It's live and you don't know what's going to happen, right? It's not a movie, it's not scripted. I mean, most people can figure out how a movie is going to go and you have no idea what the ending is going to be like.
Oh my God, she's trying to take the LAPD cruiser. Oh my God.
What is the biggest concern for law enforcement, for that officer behind the wheel when all this is happening?
It's safety. We would like to do our best to stay with that suspect, to catch that suspect, but it's far more important we don't hurt ourselves or injure the public.
When the media is over it, is there watch commander, is he actually watching sometimes on television?
Yeah, absolutely. They're using any information you can. We don't have cameras in our helicopters currently, so any visual we're getting from you guys.
We hear a lot of terminology while we're watching these pursuits. What does PIT actually stand for?
Pursuit intervention technique.
There it goes. Whoa!
A pit is a forced rotational stop.
Yeah, there it is.
It's a touch and a push. It's not a crash. It's not a hit. We go up and make contact with the vehicle and rotate that vehicle.
Stop sticks, spike strips, what are they exactly?
It's a hollow tube with a point on it. So when the tire runs over it, you're basically putting a straw into the tire.
That wheel totally gone, 100% gone.
So you're not exploding the tire. It's a controlled release of air.
Every now and then we will see the public try to stop the cars. What is the LAPD's take on something like that?
We really not like the help.
Some selfies being taken there. You can't miss that opportunity.
And that's just somebody else now we have to, protect or take into consideration. It just makes it more complicated.
What should a viewer have in mind when they're watching a pursuit like this?
I think they should understand how dangerous they are. We're not in control of the situation. The suspect is steering this.
Holy cow! This is going to end poorly.
And Officer Penrith says if you're ever caught near one of these pursuits,
Try to pull to the right and stop like the law requires, but mostly be predictable. We want to know what you're doing. The more predictable you can be with us, the easier it is and the safer it is for you.
Here we go.
Stu Mundel, CBS 2 News.
Wow.
The thing that comes to mind over the years of covering these things, unpredictable.
Unpredictable. And you know what? We also want to know what happens to those people that get taken into custody.
Right.
Stu, that's going to be the next report.
That's right. There we go.